Hi guys, this is Aunt Pam. Just going to do a real quick video here with the Vic Your Real Estate Fears. A lot of times when you're doing driving for dollars and you see a property, it looks abandoned or it looks vacant, and you want to find out who the owner is, you normally can just write down the address and then come home to your computer, or maybe even in your smartphone you can look up information on that particular property. So I'm going to go to, here in Houston, we have Harris County, which is the largest county here in the Houston area. And the website is www.hcad.org right here. Okay. So let's just say there's an address. Let's just say Lyons Avenue. So 3120. L-Y-O-N-S, hit enter. Okay, and right here's their property address. That's the address that you saw. Okay, and over to the left you'll have the information of the owner. There's the owner's name and the owner's mailing address. Okay, and typically if the mailing address and the property address or two different addresses, of course that means that's what they call a quote-unquote absentee owner, which means the person does not live at the property, they live someplace else. So there's a couple of things you can do. You can mail, whether it's a postcard or a yellow letter or some type of direct mail piece, you can mail it to the property address, or you can mail it also to the mailing address of the owner. And sometimes, I know in the past, I've mailed it to both addresses, because even if you mail it to this property and it's abandoned and vacant, it may give you a forwarding address and it may not. And then if I mail it to this particular mailing address, for the most part, I'm under the assumption that I will be able to get some type of response from the homeowner. Now, also here in Harris County, if you click on the different taxing entities, you have the HISD, which is Houston Independent School District, Harris County, so on and so forth. If you click on the online billing portion, it brings you to the taxing information, okay? And it shows the property tax statement for this particular property. The taxes are due come January, $1,300. Okay, so let's go back to the previous screen and let's click on Harris County and see what it gives us. Okay, it's the same information, because what you have here, HISD, which is Houston Independent School District, their taxes are $635. You got Harris County is $222. You got the city of Houston. You have all of these. Let me just circle these. You have this portion here, taxing entity. You got these folks here want money. You got all of these taxing entities right here. My circle isn't that great, but you get it. So they add all of that information up, and that's the tax levy, being this $1,300 right here. No, I highlighted that, but it's a $1,300. It's what you get right there as the total. And, the cool thing is, if you're driving for dollars and it's a vacant property, abandoned property, and, you have mailings all over the place, you got a mailbox full of mail, you have newspapers, not too many people take the newspaper, but you can pretty much tell if there's overgrown grass. You can tell for the most part if a property is not maintained or if it's not occupied, but you just never know, because different people live in different types of environments, so you just never know what a person's going through when they're living in a property, because there's a lot of money and maintenance that's involved with owning a property. So anyway, again, say for an example, with this property tax statement, if the taxes were delinquent, normally it would say in this area here that, delinquent taxes exist, okay? And they would have, that information on this same form. So you see right here, applied towards 2015 taxes. Of course, those taxes are not due to the end of January of the following year. And right here, let me show you, right here, prior year's taxes is 0. So from what we can tell, there are no delinquent taxes that are due. But the real cool thing is, because I like multiple issues with deals, let's just say, for an example, you have this individual, they do not live at the property according to what we can see here, because the property address is one thing. Let me just highlight that part. The property address is one thing, and then the mailing address is different, okay? So we're assuming, number one, that's an absentee owner. They do not live at the property. And then, again, it would be real cool if they also had delinquent taxes. So you would have an individual with multiple issues. Not that it would be cool that they have delinquent taxes, but just to hope that they would be a little more motivated. So again, if they had prior year's taxes, those taxes would be delinquent. So let's just say, for discussion purposes, last year the taxes were the same, $13.45. And then if they hadn't paid those taxes, they would have interest that would accrue, their attorney fees that would take place. So let's just say that $13.45, for discussion purposes, we'll take that $13.45. Okay, we take that $13.45 and we'll just pretend that, for just keep it simple, we will multiply that by 2, times 2. And so we will come out with a tax levy total of $26.90. Of course, the previous year's taxes would have other fees and so on and so forth, but we're not going to worry about that part, okay? So, but anyway, if there were delinquent taxes, because that person may only be delinquent 1 year, they may or may not be, motivated to liquidate that property. But anyway, this is a way, again, when you're driving for dollars and you're trying to find out who the owner is, and you're like, hey, I see this property looks vacant, it looks abandoned. If you talk to neighbors, or if you just decide to knock on the door. I mean, someone may or may not come to the door. Or like I said, you can do some type of direct mail piece. Or, there's so many different options. Or you can do some skip tracing and find out who the owner is. Well, I'm sorry, you already have the owner, but see if you can locate their telephone number. And one of the websites to do that is Zaba Search, and that is spelled Zabacs. There you go. It comes up. And you can put the person's name in there, okay? And sometimes their telephone number will show up. Let me see if I can pull this guy up. Okay, I think his last name was Henry, first name Harold. So let's just go here. Let's put Harold Henry. And let's just say it's the state of Texas, the best state in the whole wide world. Let's click search and see what happens. All right. Right here, they're not showing his, well, they're saying there are 19 listings for Harold Henry. Okay. But oftentimes you will find, well, here we go. There's more information. Our guy is Harold J. Henry. I'm not seeing anything with either one of those addresses. Let's go to the, we go to the next page and see if we're able to come up. Oh, wow, here we go. Harold J. is right there, and there's his phone number. There's this guy's phone number. So we can actually pick the phone up and call this young man, okay? So anyway, that's one of the websites. It's free. Spokeo, it's also free. That website is, let me see, it's www.spokeo.com, www.spokeo.com. It's free up to a certain point. You can actually, do a people search there. But again, like I said, this is just a basic fundamental video on when you're doing driving for dollars. You can literally, go to your county's website, see who the property owner is, if all the information is up to date and current. Sometimes it takes several weeks for the information to become updated and current. Again, I just wanted to do a quick video on if you're doing driving for dollars. I'm Aunt Pam. evict your real estate fears. Have a great day. Thank you.